Join me now is retired Air Force Special Operations Commander and National Security Expert, Major Glenn Ignazio. Major, thank you for joining us. Major, will you weigh in on the difference between the Chinese balloon that happened last week and Biden decided to let it fly across America for 7 days before they shot it down? Do you think the speed at which we shot down this object has anything to do with the political pressure that the White House was feeling a week ago or a few days ago?
Yes, I believe so. A couple of things. When you said that the object poses a threat to civilian aircraft, yes, it does at 40,000 feet. Our airliners can get that. But I think the more important thing is that it could pose a threat to the United States of America. We have an ADIZ, American Defense Identification Zone. That's about 12 miles. An aircraft has to be identified, has to know who you are so you're not a threat. Anything that comes within that area should be challenged and should be prevented from entering the United States. The Russian Bear bombers come and challenge us all the time. We go and intercept them, make sure that they don't fly into the United States territory. And that should be our policy. We should be safe that, we don't take down somebody accidentally. But that's why we have the great Air Force out there to put a visual identification and make sure we do what's right.
So, Major, do you believe, well, let me ask you this. There's the Defense Department briefing after the White House briefing. Senior military official came out and says, we don't know what it is. We're not sure what the size of it is. It looks like it's about the size of the car. We don't think it has intelligence gathering capabilities. We don't know what it looks like. Do you believe any of that, sir? I mean, I know we have great pilots. We have great sorties we can run around. I'm sure we got a lot more intel than they're giving us.
Yes, I have to say that too. Our intelligence resources, the Space Force, there's a variety of different things can detect if there's signals coming off of it and so forth. At the same time, the radars can tell you if it's moving fast or not to tell if it's propelled. And of course, they saw this almost a day in advance, so you could hopefully get an idea of where it was coming from. Russia is actually closer and could be more of a threat. But the idea of what this aircraft, or if it's a balloon or whatever, I do believe that there's information that is there that's not being shared yet. And that may be one of the reasons because they're trying to figure out how to address this with a nation. It could be a corporation, don't get me wrong, but you have to have specific authority and approval with the FAA if you're a corporation to do this. So, yes, I do believe we know a lot more than what they're saying.
So Major, if they, I'm just, I'll be a little fact checker here. If they were confident enough that it was not manned, they said they shot it down because they knew it was not manned. I got to think they know a little bit more about it than they're claiming that they know. Because right now, that was the only thing they could tell us.
Yes, I have to agree. And the same thing back to the first shoot down that took days to get done. Look, it's a balloon. If it's an unmanned object, why not take it out? If it's a weather or an experiment, hey, we're sorry for doing that. But it's better than having these things traverse the United States and pick up intelligence that we don't want anybody to have. So the idea of holding it at bay would be the best thing. Again, we can look at it and say, is it transmitting signals? We have other capabilities out there to do something about that. But, is it a balloon or is it a vehicle? That's a question. I mean, it's been airborne for probably close to 20 hours. So that could be a long duration drone. Or it could be a balloon.
That's scary.
But
Major,
that's going to be very interesting for them to say.
You know what scares me? They're lying to us. I'm just going to go out here. I'm an opinion show guy. Here's my opinion. They're lying to us. When the Chinese spy balloon was making its way across the country, they said that, we knew about it. We've been watching it for a week. And yet they still let it happen. This one, they're saying, we've been watching it for 24 hours. BS. You're either watching this stuff approach our airspace for days, and you made the decision to let it go when it's a Chinese balloon, and the heat got on you, and you decided not to let it happen a second time with this object. This is what I believe happened. They said, we're not going to take our chances. We're shooting it down now. Major, appreciate your time, and good to have you on the show. Major Glenn Ignazio, thank you.
Absolutely, Eric. Nice to see you again.